Officer Barbrady came into a workshop where Harpo Finger and Don Callis and some stooges were making noise with hammers. I did have somebody email me and said, I've worked with that type of equipment, and these guys didn't look like they've worked a day in their life, and they don't know how to use these things.
I had two different people send me the exact same thing.
Olivia was just hitting things with a hammer. They're building the gimmick, the exploding barbed wire death Moxley elimination chamber or whatever, right? And Callis talked for a minute, and that's probably Tony Khan calling me now for advice. And then Harpo starts doing his promo. Could you hear it? You couldn't hear his promo because he was doing his breathy phone sex voice, and you couldn't even understand what he was saying. And that was pretty much it. It was not, we're building a dome of steel in Atlanta. It wasn't that.
Do you think for the fan that isn't an Observer reader or a fan of 1990s FMW, do you think they should have licensed some footage from whoever owns the FMW catalog or something just to, if you're going to do this stupid match?
Yeah.
Show what it is. I mean, how's anyone at home who's not a hardcore fan supposed to know what this is?
But here's the thing. If they show what it is, then people are going to go, that's what it is? I mean, you have to be a real garbage wrestling deathmatch connoisseur to want to watch one of these things, because they fucking suck. It's just all about the special effects. There wasn't a lot of wrestling in the fucking Funkin' Onita. That would not be considered a classic match by any stretch of the imagination in the ring without all the special effects and the bullshit. Am I right? Is this up with Funkin' Race or Funkin' Flair or Funkin' Lawler or Funkin' anybody?
Funkin' Wagnall.
Funkin' Wagnall, yeah. It's a gimmick match. It's like a scaffold, except with even special effects that are even more prone to fucking go awry. You can't have a good one. So it's at least with the scaffold, we didn't have to worry about barbed wire and exploding special effects and etc. Just don't trip. They updated us on the women's tournament, thankfully. I couldn't have gone a week without knowing what was going on there. Why aren't the Japanese women using that nice apartment? They're at a garage, an empty garage on these matches. They've got a nice apartment. We've seen the Japanese Joshi apartment house wrestling. They've got an apartment. They've got a curtain over a fucking door. Why don't they have the matches in the apartment instead of the garage here? Just a question I had. Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker. You know what that was? 17 minutes.
No, was it?
From start to finish. I looked at the time counter, and from the time that I started fast forwarding till the time that I finished fast forwarding was 17 minutes. I invoked the tooth and nail rule and the AEW women's rule, which is I don't give a shit. I ain't watching any of this stuff. What did I miss?
I think you actually missed a pretty good match.
Well, it's too bad they put Britt Baker in the tooth and nail fucking thing so that I would never watch her again, isn't it?
Don't blame her. Blame Booker of the Year.
I blame everybody involved in that. Everybody involved in that should have been exiled to a desert island.
I thought this was pretty good. Nyla Rose doesn't have Vicky Guerrero for some reason. I thought that was her manager.
That was her manager.
We haven't seen her since the wedding. I don't know if she was shackled somewhere as well. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really good. I think it was maybe the best Britt Baker match we've seen on TV. In the Observer Awards, she won Most Improved, and I actually think she may deserve that. This was really good, I thought.
And by the way, all those Observer Awards that I've won in the past are now completely meaningless because apparently any idiot can win them. I never knew that.